It's the morning of Gen Con. I'm trying to hold in my excitement, but I'm tired as fuck. Greetings Internet, Didier here, and it is the morning of Gen Con. Gen Con 2018, this year is unlike any other year. For this year is the first year that Random Number Gaming has press badges. So we actually took the time this year to break everything out and try to arrange for some interviews and, still do the classic thing that we do at Gen Con every year, which is win tournaments. Speaking of winning tournaments, let's go over the decks that we're going to be playing at Gen Con. I'm bringing, I think, 7 Dragon Ball Z decks, 1 Star Wars Destiny deck, and 1 Meta X deck. I'm not playing in a Star Wars Destiny tournament, but I am playing in a Meta X tournament. So for the W mat, I chose Videl as my main personality, so I'm bringing 2 Videl decks. I have my Adept Beatdown version, which got a nice boost from the new Orange Beatdown card. And then we also have Red Videl here, Red Ruthless Videl. This is going to be an interesting build because I actually just changed it over from the normal build that I have listed online to a Drill Beats. So we're going to have to see how that pans out. I'm thinking basically the Red Ruthless Videl is going to be better against most beatdown decks. And the Adept is going to be better against Control and Anger. So I'm not sure how the meta is going to be. I may just go the Red Ruthless because I think people are going to build more beatdown in the W mat. That's usually traditionally true. But for the main FanZ Time Chamber tournament, I got my old reliable here, Saiyan Trunks, running with Oppressive. Made some changes from my previous build. I swapped out the Chest Blast for some Saiyan Burst for extra endurance and anti-anger. Pretty excited about that. I was thinking about adding Saiyan Massacre. I did print a few of those out, so I have them on me, just in case I want to throw it in the deck. And then for the third tournament winning deck I will be playing at Gen Con this year, we have Trunks Freestyle. Last year I won the Fusion format tournament with Vegeta Freestyle, so I figured this year I'm going to do it with Trunks. This deck is ridiculous, and Tim, if you're watching this and I've won the tournament, Trunks Sword Slice, removed from the game after use, banished after use, and that fixes everything. This deck pretty much goes off turn 1 or turn 2 every game and just performs infinite attacks on your face until you die. The level 1 tutor with freestyle drills is crazy in Score Z because you got Caught Off Guard drill, Devastation drill, Heroic drill. So those are the aggressive drills, of course. Heroic drill first turn is particularly nasty. And, of course, you have all the control drills as well, like Blackwater Confusion Drill, Breakthrough Drill, Acquisition Drill, and all those good ones. So you just have infinite options in Score Z with all the freestyle drills and the ultimate control that they bring. So this personality is above, far and away, the best level 1 Trunks in Fusion format. There's no other option. And then for Meta X, we have the classic Joker Harley that I've been running. I pretty much only have set 1 stuff, but I'm going to try to upgrade because Ryan, my good friend Ryan, who decided to put his Meta X deck away.
Hey there, Internet. I'm Ryan. I put my Meta X deck away. Me and Didier have had similar Joker Harley decks in set 1. I think that's probably the only time both of us bought cards, is about this time last year at Gen Con. And I saw some cards from set 2 with Legion of Doom, which I thought was just silly with villains. And then there is the multi-3 from set 3 or 4 that also lets you search your deck for a villain. So I thought with that much searchability, the deck could be pretty consistent. So I added in some card draw, some character destruction, and last minute I swapped in 3 General Zods. So it's really just like a stall stasis deck, and with Harley you can steal victory points. So I think it's just very consistent at kind of controlling the game state, and we'll see how it does.
What decks do you expect to see there?
So the decks I think are going to see are the Superman Strength 7 deck, Superman UR, and Shazam with all rank 7s. So I've devoted 5 cards specifically just to kill rank 7 characters, plus some other random shit. I think also Superboy Prime, whether a deck is around him or if he's going to be splashed in, that'll obviously hurt because he turns off searchability, which is the reason I put in 3 Zods to turn off his constant. And the other deck is Terry McGinnis, which again is why I put in 3 Zods to shut off his constant, so I can use my Legion of Doom and use my lower cost events. So I think those are going to be the 3 biggest threats right now because they're probably the most face value cards and the easiest to play. If we can get the Superman URs or Superboy Prime URs, or people are going to be playing Terry. The only other thing I'm worried about is like a weenie deck, like a Cadet Corps or a Gotham City Corps. Yeah, but I think I don't think they're going to be consistent in the later rounds. I think we have enough control that we can slow those down.
Okay.
And with a mill deck, I've played against actually a couple of mill decks with Jeremy Cooley before, and I know how they work. I just know you have to be real aggressive turn 1. So we have, 2 to 3 unstoppable attacks, and we just go hard aggro with the Harley and let him kill her if he blocks her, or she goes through and gets a victory point. So you just have to switch your game plan up against a mill deck to beat them before they mill you out.
Cool.
For DBZ, I have actually too many fusion decks on me. I have an Orange Adaptive 20, which I think looks really good on paper because he's got his 2 name drills. You can stop an energy or you can prevent all damage from an energy if it's not stoppable. You've got 2 orange drills that block physical attacks plus orange halting drill. So I think you got a pretty good wall. You also have steady drill and hiding drill, so the damage he's going to be taking is pretty minimal if he can set up. So I'm banking on getting Long Journey and releasing the sword pretty early and set up that combo to get a couple of drills out.
As everyone banks on.
Right, and in Fusion, since Watching from Afar is no longer banished after use like it was in Old Z, I have 3 Watching from Afars and Foreboding Evidence, just to keep staying alive, shuffling my deck, and shuffle back in my orange
Scientific repatching?
Yep. So I can keep shuffling back in my orange instructions and just keep using them over and over and over. Not to mention 3 Devouring Drills, Goku Sensei, and 2 Power Mimics to get to 3 and stay there.
Cool.
I also have for Fusion, I have a Goku, Draku, Blue, Buu Saga Mastery beatdown deck. It's basically Resolute built for Fusion in mind. I also have Black Trunk Saga Draku, because I figured if you get to 4, your smallest attack, your smallest style attack is going to be doing plus 8 life cards and 6 stages the way I built it. Between Roshi Sensei, Black Trunk Saga Mastery, and I do Unleashed with Tree of Might and Goku's Power Pole. So all my attacks are going to be doing plus 6 stages and plus 8 life. So I think it's pretty decent. That's not to mention the base damage of the attack. I'll be throwing AKs for like 7 and 4. So I think that's pretty good. And then for the W mat, I pulled Roshi. He was actually like my top 2 pick. So I'm just going to be a dumbass and run Roshi Ascension, Anger Ball Victory. I never played it, but I know how it works. I wrote it down on paper, so I understand it, and we'll see how I do with that. And I'm lazy, so I might just play that in the regular Time Chamber Training Tournament too, because it's either that or I have Piccolo Namekian. It's all blinged out, so I might play that just for nostalgia and for fun because it's blinged, but it's a really slow deck, and I don't know if I want to think that hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm saying that compared to Roshi, it's still a more complicated, long game deck. So we'll see.
Cool. Well, we are set to be playing a lot of games at Gen Con, as you would expect. It is Gen Con after all. But we're going to win some tournaments. Pretty excited about the MedX tournaments because there's a $2,000 cash pool. So that's pretty crazy. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to play to the end of the tournament because I have an interview lined up at 4 p.m. and the event is supposed to go till 6. So, unfortunately, Panini didn't actually post the event until about, I want to say about a week ago, or about 5 days ago, or something like that.
They mentioned it 2 weeks ago actually posted it a week ago.
Yep, so unfortunately we had already set our schedule pretty much by then, so we just kind of had to squeeze it in. But nonetheless, we'll have fun, and we plan on having a great time, and I'll be sure to throw the camera on several times throughout the trip, just to say hi and let you guys know we're still alive and playing games. See you there. Once a green leaf, always a green leaf.
I was born a green leaf.
We have the inaugural shot of Gen Con. This is important. This is important. The first thing that we did when we stepped in here was talk about drugs, including Jack Daniel's Tennessee Honey. Alright, so everyone, we're doing a shot. It's going to be wonderful. Kickoff, inaugural shot of Gen Con with the big D.
Is that what your cup says?
Ryan Lewis.
Either I'm Ryan or I'm drinking out of his cup.
Alright, so this is to Gen Con, successful Gen Con. What are we saying? What's the goal of this Gen Con?
To come at least second or better into one or more tournaments.
Alright, my goal is to not end up in the hospital.
Again.
Alright, cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers to Gen Con, cheers. Greetings, Internet. Didier here on the true night of Gen Con Eve, and I realized that I made that post about Gen Con Eve not on Gen Con Eve, but to me it was Gen Con Eve because we left today. So, I wanted to explain that. So we are about to play this cool game, Arch Enemy. Nico Bolas. Is that how you say that, Jonathan? Nico Bolas?
Nico Bolas, I think.
Alright. Alright, we are playing that. It is 3v1 Magic. We have 60 card decks, right? There is a green deck, a red deck, a white deck. Green deck, red deck, white deck. That's us, right? And then there's a monster deck.
Right.
Right, so, and basically it's like, what was the other format that they did? Two-headed monster?
Two-headed giant.
Two-headed giant, right. So it's very similar to that, and we're all gonna try to beat up on Ryan. Woo! Gen Con. We're gonna kick his ass in the lobby of this wonderful hotel. So happy to stay here. And we will see you possibly tomorrow, where we go insane over the sheer number of things and events we are doing. See you there. Greetings, Internet. Didier here. It is the morning of Gen Con. It is Thursday morning. We woke up super early at 5 o'clock to try to get, we actually didn't get into Will Call yesterday because the lines were ridiculous. So we thought we would get up really early instead at 5 and try to get our badges and event tickets then. And we have to go to press room and pick up our press badges. Thank you, honey. You're so concerning for my safety. So we're gonna do that. This building always gives me a sense of peace and tranquility. I think this is the most peaceful and empty and quiet we'll ever see this convention center. Turning the corner, the moment of truth. This just happens to be the greatest feeling in the world. A will call with no line. Greetings, Internet. Didier here, and welcome to the morning of Gen Con. Thursday, August 1st. We're gonna guess. Pretty sure. But pretty much, this is the most tranquil and most serene that you will ever see Gen Con right now. You pretty much can't get better than this. So we got press badges this year, which we're pretty excited about. We got a few interviews lined up. We're actually waiting in line for the press badges right now. There's about 15 people lined up, so we're gonna get those. Then we're gonna probably head to breakfast. I have to prepare for my interviews later today, write out the questions. Sorry that I haven't been a little bit more structured with this vlog video. We were kind of tired yesterday when we got in, driving all day. We knew we had to be up early today. But today, though, Today's the day, the official kickoff of Gen Con. I am going to be running around like a madman. I don't even know if I'm going to be able to survive. But we're going to try. We're going to have an eventful convention. So yeah, you'll be with us every step of the way, and hopefully we'll get some really good content to push out for all you wonderful random number gaming advocates. We'll see you there. Greetings Internet, Didier here again. We just got our press badges. Check it out. So happy it actually says random number gaming on it. Oh, I'm so excited. It's pretty early. We're gonna grab some breakfast and get ready for our interviews, prepare our equipment. We got the WMAT tournament coming up later on today that I'm running. Don't know what deck I'm gonna be running in the WMAT yet, but we'll see. Maybe I'll get a practice game in. I was supposed to do that last night with Ryan, but I didn't. Have an actual Videl deck that I haven't played yet. So, and that would be a drill variation. It's Ruthless, so I've played Ruthless before, but I built a new drill variation that I haven't tested yet that I would like to. But we'll see. It's gonna be a really busy day. Greetings Internet, Didier here, and we are in the eye of the storm. We got into early access of Gen Con. We're headed over to the Panini booth now to check things out. Morning! Before things get started, eye of the storm, people. Here we go. You know we've spent hundreds and hundreds of dollars at Dave and Adam's Card World, and this year will be no different. We've got discounted DBZ, even cheaper than the website. I'm sure all of this will be gone by the end of the weekend. Greetings Internet, again. It's pretty much a minute before the exhibitor hall opens up to the general public, so it's about to get really crazy in here. We just played the Warhammer card game. It was very interesting. I really enjoyed it. The mechanics are unique and fun, and I'll definitely have to play it again. It was real quick because I'm running to an event right now, but I'll definitely have to go back there and check out that game. I'll try to get an interview with the game designer. We'll see, hopefully that happens. I definitely have some questions about the game mechanics because, I mean, I haven't seen anything like it. It may exist in other forms, I'm not sure, but I definitely haven't seen anything like it, so it caught my eye. I definitely want to cover it. So we'll see how things develop.
All right, greetings Internet, Ryan here. I'm sitting here with Didier's brother John. I'm just getting ready for the Meta X draft at 10 a.m. John is getting ready for one of his events. What are you up to today, John? What do you got planned?
My first event I'm going to do is the Dark Souls card game. It's going to start up any minute now. I'm excited for that. I'm going to try to learn it and see if it's a card game that I'll be interested in. Maybe invest some money into it.
Cool. Is this a game that's been out for a while, or is it brand new?
I'm not sure. I believe it is brand new. I don't think it's that big as so far. I believe that maybe like a year that's been released. I don't believe there's any expansions out yet so far.
Did you play the games? Is that why you like the IP?
Oh yeah, I love the games.
Cool.
I did play the Dark Souls board game, and I was really interested in that too. My buddy has that at his house, and we play it on occasions.
All right. What else you have planned for today?
I don't have anything planned so far. I do plan on probably going to a few more events, trying to see if there's any more events that I'd be interested in either today or tomorrow.
Okay.
Just kind of like hanging out.
It's first day of the con. You're going to take a couple laps through the gaming place, or the vendor booths, right? So you can see what kind of crazy shit you want to buy?
Yeah. I actually just got the Archdemon. Like it's like a game. I would say it's like a card game. It's a different format for Magic. It's like a 3v1. One's a boss, and there's like 3 other people who are working together. It's really fun.
Oh yeah, Arch Enemies.
We played it last night.
Yeah, we played it last night. It was me because I'm always the villain. It was me against John, Didier, and Cynthia, and of course I had to be me and try to take Didier out first. So I just kept attacking him. It's fun. I liked it. It's kind of like Magic meets the DC deck building game because I was the villain and some of my cards were a little OP, and then I flipped over a scenario every turn, which usually gave me a buff or made some sort of extra effect to benefit me. So it was neat. I recommend it. I mean, I only played it once, and it's a fun, casual game. You can take it really competitively, but I'd just like to play it more of a casual, pickup game.
There's one format I'm really interested in Magic. It's called Commander. It's basically a 4-man free-for-all, and it's basically like almost kind of like traditional Magic. There's a little bit different variations of the play style, but the big factor about that format is that there's like a whole political aspect of it. So you can actually make deals with some of the people that you're trying to fight with. And that's there's a lot of like stuff like that. Where
Didn't I say it was like Magic meets Munchkin kind of in that way?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I can't wait. I'm gonna see if maybe there's like some kind of events or something that I could
all right.
do.
Yeah, you can always get generic tickets and sign up.
Yeah.
So, all right, well, sounds good. Before we head out, this is some of the Meta X product. We got some Attack on Titan, some Justice League starters, and some Attack on Titan booster boxes here. So hopefully yours truly will win 1 or 2 of these drafts, and I can get some product because I don't have anything except set 1, and I want to play in the draft on playing the tournament on Saturday, the 2K. So we'll see. Hopefully I win. Wish me luck. Bye, internet. I ran into my buddy Wayne here. Yeah, and this is my new friend Sanchez.
Yep.
What? So Wayne, these are the cards you asked me to borrow. We got some foilies here. Yeah, some Saiyan, some red.
What am I gonna do? I'm gonna put all these cards in the same deck.
Yeah? You
That's
know
my
the beat
plan
down?
to victory. No one will be able to beat me.
Wayne, can you give me a treat? Can you spit 2 lines out for me?
I said, I got that disregard. Not many people play this card, but it'll get you Dragon Balls and some anger.
Peace.
So we just got done playing the Dark Souls card game. Had a lot of fun, learned about it. It's a very interesting card game. I would pick it up if they had it at their booth. I don't think they have a booth this year, so something like that in the exhibitor hall. So they didn't have the game here to purchase. Unfortunate. I'll have to look for it online, but it was really fun. So I'll definitely be looking into that. But right now we are here at the Marriott in Ballroom 6, about to run a LARP. For those of you who follow my channel, you'll know that for my best friend, my BFF's wedding this year, we actually, for his bachelor party, ran a LARP. So I'm getting a little bit more involved in live action role play. I'm thinking of doing it more often, so I decided to run a few events at Gen Con this year and try it out. So we're about to step in here. Apparently it's the same style LARP that they did last year, so they're rerunning it this year, but we'll have to check it out and have some fun. Hopefully I'll be able to shoot some video in there. I'm gonna ask them if I can do that. So, but if not, we'll catch back to you later. The Con LARP Dungeon Crawl. General rules. How to kill a monster, not the player. How to survive
Alright,
the
welcome to the
dungeon.
12:30, everyone. I am not sure what Thomas said before, so I'm
skills.
sorry if I'm repeating myself, but a little reminder doesn't help. Our biggest concern is safety. We use the word hold. This means mostly that glasses have fallen off, walls have shaken, or someone's fallen down. Like physically gotten hurt. Please be quiet. Do not move your feet. Let us see what's going on.
We're in the underbelly. We're fighting orcs, necromancers, spiders. Strong warrior. All right, Gen Con, we just got out of the dungeon crawl where we were being a player for the live action role play. Really, really fun. Definitely worth the $12. They set up about maybe 4 or 5 different rooms with enemies and maybe 2 or 3 puzzles for us to complete. There was a group of 12 of us, so not all of us got to participate in the puzzles, but that's okay. The fighting was extremely fun. They had about maybe, 3 or 4, 4 or 5, 6 or 7 baddies that we were fighting, bosses and different things like that. It was classic role play. The RPG elements weren't the most in-depth that I've seen, but of course for simplicity, there were a few kids that came along with us, and for first-timers and for sake of, we completed it in an hour. So obviously you can't have these complex characters with character sheets and everything. For new players especially, it's difficult to track things while you're playing. So, but overall, super fun time, and I definitely recommend it. the dungeon crawl for the Gen Con at the Marriott. Thank you. So we just got done running the WMAT tournament. Pretty success. I think we had about 22 players show up, and we're in top 4 right now running. Players are playing. We had some pretty, not upsets, but we did have a brand new player make top 4, which is pretty awesome. But the actual MPs that made Top Cut were very typical. I think we have, what is it, Vegeta, Brawly. Let me just show this real quick.
Oh, right.
Vegeta,
No, for my pride.
and then we've got some Goku and Gohan. So we're not really breaking the mold here, people, but it happens. What can you do? We had a fun tournament though. I'm gonna go pretty crazy tonight, hopefully. I got the drinking games panel a little bit. Hopefully I can make that in a timely manner, but yeah. The WMAT tournament finish, we crowned Thomas S as the champion. Very excited. We're now waiting. We completely missed the drinking games panel, which is sad because this is the first year I've missed it in like the past 3 or 4 years. I'm very upset, but I'm waiting for Josh Man and Nick to come and pick my sorry ass up on the side of the road. Yeah, we're gonna party because that's what Gen Con is all about. Greetings, Internet. Didier here, and we are here with Nick.
Sup?
And we are pre-Fanzy tournament. Of course, Nick, how did you do? How did we do?
I feel like you really kind of screwed up on the definition of pre-Fancy tournament because we're definitely doing this after the tournament. This has happened thoroughly hours after the
Post.
tournament. However,
Post. We meant post.
However, it's the post-tournament report, and I did fantastically well.
No, we didn't.
No.
Don't lie to yourself.
I lost 2 games in a row to be able to defeat Didier Greenleaf and put him into the loser, 4-time over loser bracket, wherein he somehow got a game over my bye because of an intentionally tampered with tournament software. But
we're not gonna say anything.
Other than the 2 losses and the very poorly earned win, I think Krill and Resolute performed very well today, and I expect to see more from them in the future.
Destroyed his blue domination several times. One time. That was the key time. You have to tell me.
Blue domination.
Destroying your blue domination. That severely slowed you down.
I love blue domination. It's one of my favorite cards that exists.
Yeah, and I destroyed your blue domination.
You destroyed it.
I destroyed it.
You didn't put it in my planar damage.
All right, we had a great tournament, is what we're saying. Love Fanzy, love you.
It was thoroughly fun.
It was.